Hey guys, today we are going to be discussing all of the recent Season 5 spoilers that have been shared with us, news for upcoming seasons, Awakening movie teasers, updates for the upcoming game, and more. So as always, before we get into today's video, be sure to subscribe so you never miss the tea on the show you love. Now, let's get into it. So first, let's start off with breaking down the official Season 5 teaser. While we get a recap of the ending of the Season 4 finale alongside with clips from Evolution and Multiplication, the very first new scene we're seeing is of Marinette, where we can see her on a jog, dropping Kagami off, and then taking her helmet off, to which we see Adrian completely mesmerized as he's looking at her. Now, already in just the first couple of seconds, I'm so excited seeing all of this, because not only is Marinette taking care of herself, but Kagami's there. And if you've seen this video of mine, in it I talk a lot about Kagami and my hopes for her role in this season, as not only has she played a large role in helping both Marinette and Adrian grow as individuals, but also as them together, Adrianette. We then get to see Ladybug and Cat Noir running side by side, Mr. Bug and Lady Noir returning, and a quick moment where Cat Noir seems to be cataclysming a villain's power that was shot towards him, and seeing as this new villain appears later on in the teaser, I think this might be from her power, which if it is that case, considering she's yellow and the similarities between the way her power and Vesperia's looks, it's likely she could have been offered the Be Miraculous. Speaking about new villains, we can as well expect to see Dark Owl return, only this time with the new powers and or Miraculous alongside this new akumatization. Now, I have theories for both of these villains, and my first being that this could be Natalie. Not only can we tell from the background that this will be taking place in Natalie's room, but that they'll be granted the power the Goat Miraculous offers. This outfit is definitely giving off Lila vibes though, but thinking about Natalie, we know she's been avoiding Gabriel and hasn't been having the same feelings towards him these past 2 episodes, ultimately making for her being akumatized at some point this season possible, especially because of how little we saw her in action last season. Something that also caught my attention within this image is what appears to be a person towards the left. In this room, you'll notice there are 2 black cat statues, and in ancient Egypt, black cats represented the goddess Bastet, who was a goddess of women's secrets, fertility, childbirth, and cats, which has me wondering if this was formerly Emily's room, and where she stayed when she started to get sick, because it was only after Natalie fell ill that we were introduced to this room. But going back to the figure we see here, with this villain having possession of the Goat Miraculous, and the Goat Miraculous's power being to create any object they desire, could they have possibly brought the statue to life? I am so curious to see who this is and who it might be that's next to them. Now for Dark Owl. Originally when I saw him, I thought that he could be using the dragon or rooster Miraculous based off of the reddish theme he has going, but after taking a closer look and considering what those 2 Miraculouses would have to offer him, I believe this could be Daisy's power, Jubilation. The Pig Miraculous offers the ability to create a gift, in which is one's greatest desire. And not only is Mr. Damocles' biggest desire to be a real superhero, but because he's an adult, he'll be able to use the Miraculous for an infinite amount of times, leading me to think that these scenes in particular are the cause of his doing. Plus, just the other day, Gloop shared 3 new spoilers for this season, one of them being an image which very likely comes from the same scene in which these did, along with information that at some point this season, Cat Noir will use his cataclysm on one person, and that Ladybug and Cat Noir will have to face the other heroes like Carapace and Reno Rouge. While there hasn't been any confirmation on what exactly facing the other heroes means, I assume it'll be them akumatized or possibly another Miracle Queen scenario where they're granted the Miraculouses but under control. That's at least what I'm hoping for, because we all know the severity of Alia being akumatized. And as for Cat Noir, I have a feeling this could either be a senti-human situation or even even possibly an expansion of his power, as Thomas had mentioned through Twitter that a cataclysm doesn't just destroy things, it makes something bad happen. And with us still yet to see a power upgrade from Cat Noir, maybe this could be that chance. Either way, I'm just hoping it can be something fixable because I don't think I can handle another uncanny kind of moment. And as for the last couple of new scenes revealed through the official teaser, we can see LadyNoir sitting in front of the Eiffel Tower, Adrian hugging Natalie, which makes me so happy because she cares so much for him, and because I'm cheering for that redemption arc, Ladybug finding one of the Alliance rings, which happens to have Tomoe's brand logo on the screen, and a quick glimpse of how the Alliance rings will be able to transmit the Kwame's powers. Now, because we've only just been introduced to these new rings, I'm unsure as to what may be going on here besides this possibly being a recording from Tomoe, but nonetheless, based off of Ladybug's expression here, it seems like something that was supposed to be confidential might be revealed to her. As for how these rings transmit the powers, it appears that after Monarch touches a specific ring, according to what miraculous symbol is on it, that is the power that will be transmitted to the akumatized person. Along with that, the Kwames are all caged up in the cage seen behind Monarch in this season's intro. Next, let's discuss all of the spoilers shared with us from the TF1 press conference. And if any of you were online that day and keeping up with my community posts, you'll have known it was one after the other when it comes to how many spoilers were shared. And so during the conference, a video presentation was shared in which featured new scenes that'll appear sometime throughout this season, many seeming to come from episode 10 and 11, The Kwame's Choice, with our first being of Plagg and Tiki taking their owner's Miraculouses. Now, before I dive any deeper, we need to discuss the synopsis in which was revealed for The Kwame's Choice. Every time it's the same thing. Whether it's Marinette and Adrian or Ladybug and Cat Noir, they can never have a love story because of their secret identities. Tiki and Plagg are so sad to see their carriers so sad to be forced to give up their feelings. The Kwames will then make a radical choice that will change many things in Paris. They will free Ladybug and Cat Noir from their superhero missions and entrust their Miraculous to new carriers. Will they be up to the task of fighting Monarch? Will Marinette and Adrian take the opportunity to declare their love at last? So not only can we expect the two to be giving up their Miraculouses, but that there will also be new holders for the time being. In the presentation, we even get to hear some dialogue happening between the characters. In this episode, The Kwame's Choice, where Marinette's having a hard time expressing her feelings towards Adrian, Mark and Nathaniel explaining their new plan for Marinette and Adrian, which I'm really excited about because anytime those two have a plan, it always makes for such fun episodes. And lastly, Tiki and Plagg on the hunt for who their new owners could be, which after Tiki spots Alia, goes to say, "Looks like I found my new holder," suggesting that Scarabella has a really good chance of making a return. And speaking about return, it makes a lot of sense as to why Mr. Bug and LadyNoir will be making a comeback, because the last time they appeared and had to switch Miraculouses, it was because they had to take them off and Tiki and Plagg were unable to find them. After getting to see another new villain in which seems to be using multiple Miraculouses, and who I believe to be Bob Roth based off of the jewelry, we get to see yet another new look of Monarchs, and I actually want to dive deeper into this. This season, more than ever, it's become clear that Gabriel no longer understands what it is he's doing all of this for anymore. Originally, and for the longest time, it was for the sake of reviving Emily, but gradually throughout season 4, and most notably now, it's power he's after, and it's beginning to reflect on his physical appearance. Back in season 2, in the episode Frightening Tale, and more recently, in the episode Kuroneko, it's explained to us that the user's costumes are based off of what they want most deep down, and can change depending on their personality, and that's exactly what we're continuing to see with Gabriel. Now, do you guys remember this content plan that was shared with us a while back with estimated dates for future specials, movies, and seasons? Well, during Licensing Expo, an updated 5-year content plan for Miraculous was revealed, in which included new specials and even an update on the upcoming video game. In 2023, One Night Mission, a special that appears to revolve around Lady Dragon, Sparrow, and Uncanny, is expected to release, and considering the New York special happens between seasons 3 and 4, while the Shanghai towards the end of season season 2, and that in the New York special, at the very end, we get a glimpse of Cash making a reappearance, and Eagle and Uncanny now making a deal with one of the Guardians to create a new generation of heroes. A lot of things that had been unanswered now can be, all while getting to see some of our favorite characters making a reappearance. In 2024, there will be a crossover episode with Miraculous Ladybug and Ghost Force, and in 2025, the Rio special is expected to release. So some of you may be asking where the London special has gone or the Lady Lion one, and all we can really do right now is assume that they're in the works. Plus, not too long ago, Lady Tiger, who will be the character starring in the Japan special, was revealed by Jeremy, and her design really reminds me of LadyNoir with the hairstyle and eyes. And so lastly, during Licensing Expo, through one of the pamphlets, news on a new Miraculous console game was shared called Rise of the Sphinx. This game is expected to release in October of this year and will be available for the Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and PS5. Also, through Thomas's Twitter, it was revealed that this game would have something canonically new to offer. I wonder if this game will look like anything similar to what we had seen through Jeremy's Instagram. Now, if you had seen my community post recapping info revealed from Radio France, you'll know there's a ton of points to cover, so let's speed through them. Anne will become the new teacher, the Peacock Miraculous will be in upcoming seasons and active, future seasons will not be musicals, Marinette is not fully a French native girl, and that'll be expanded on in season 6. The Brazil special is in production and making good progress. We'll learn the name of Miss Boustier's partner. We can expect to see Gabriel after season 5. And lastly, the team has ideas for all the way up to season 12. But let's talk about that further. A lot of people have misunderstood that and taken that as confirmation for 12 seasons, but that's certainly not the case. As of right now, 8 seasons have been confirmed, as just the other day, Chikara YT on Twitter shared that through Licensing Russia, an 8th season was announced. And as Nath_Kurtzberg on Twitter translated from the event, while the team brainstorms a ton of ideas and so on, it's obviously just what they would want as scriptwriters. But hey, I and many others would love for more seasons, as long as the story could continue to feel diverse, new, and exciting. And for the very last thing I'll be discussing in this video, I know, this has been a lot. Let's discuss the Awakening movie. Now, the most common questions I get asked every day is 1. When will episode 3 of season 5 air? Which, by the way, we do not have an air date for. And 2. When will the Awakening movie come out? Unfortunately, as I'm sure you all know by now, the date continues to get pushed back, and along with that, even the novel's release date, which too has been pushed back multiple times, just recently got another delay, and instead of it releasing in October of this year, it's now expected for February 2023. But on a more positive note, Jeremy did share a new image from the movie with us, to which one of the ambassadors commented on, saying that this would be a dream sequence. Through a Turkish magazine, new high-resolution images from the movie were also shared, and they are stunning. I just know I'm gonna be squealing in the theater when this scene goes down. And so as always, what do you guys think? Be sure to let me know your thoughts and theories down below, and subscribe so you never miss the tea on the show you love. And I'll see you guys in the next one.